You're looking at a daily chart of the S&P 500. This is my daily review. Thanks for watching. My disclaimer is this is for my entertainment purposes only. I just want to, say this over and over again. It's been nearly a year that the S&P has just traded around 4,000. It trades above it for a short period of time, and then it trades below it, and then it goes above it, and then it trades below it. So it's really just a big trade range. If you want to narrow it down to like the last 4 or 5 months, you could just say like 4,200 is the high, and right here 37.64, just below 38, and that would be an area where, since it's now in this downtrend, obviously, since this area here, this is a nice downtrend, I would be looking for support around 37.64, and we'll see if it gets it. If not, maybe it'll crash down even further. Maybe the shorts could take it down to 3,500 or even lower. So we'll see. Just take things one day at a time. But to me, it's just still a trade range in the Nasdaq and the S&P 500. These things aren't going anywhere. The Nasdaq, you could just take a look at 11,000 here. This goes back to, I don't know, even last April. And here we are again. It trades above it, trades below it. You could look at these last 6 months, essentially. It's been pretty tight trading range for the NASDAQ. A couple of times here, that 10,000 level, was retested. Hopefully, I mean, I'm hoping that it could take it down to 10,000 once again and retest, do something like that would be nice, but we'll see. Just take it one day at a time on the indexes. I don't trade the indexes. I just look at them for reference. IWM is weaker. They have a larger component of, first of all, it's risk on index because it has a smaller cap and less liquid names, but it also has a 15% component of financial stocks. And so they're getting hammered. And you can see this is underperforming the other indexes. So much for that. Like I said, I do not trade indexes, and I can just tell you that when you see the Nasdaq holding up like it was today, it was up 50 points or whatever. These stocks are propping it up. This is Apple here. It just came down to its 200, got support, and was up. Was over 152 today, but closed at 150. Was up 1.3%. Not bad. Microsoft is another one's propping up the index, really masking a lot of weakness because the market internals were incredibly weak today, weaker than Friday, actually. Here, Microsoft got supported to 50, and it was up 2.14% today. So these mega cap tech stocks, these are the ones that are holding up the propping up. This is up Google up 0.5% today. Tesla was up 0.5% or so. And so the index is really traded kind of calmly today, with all the negative news. The Fed, I gotta talk about bank stocks, right? I don't really want to because I don't like bank stocks. But a couple of bank stocks, that I've been watching here is LPLA, and you can see that just a slice of all moving averages. The vertical move there is pretty intense, with the volume and everything. And I could do this all day with all the financial stocks. It's just Schwab, massive volume. People are looking to catch a falling knife here. I would just, I'm not telling you to do anything, but for me, I'm just going to wait and see. I have no edge to try and jump in here and be a hero. So I'm not going to be the first one in. I'm never the first one in. I'm a coward that way. Wells Fargo, I could go to or Interactive Broker. How about that? There's another one just slicing the 50 with volume. Wells Fargo, I mentioned that one. A bigger bank, but still, it doesn't really matter. They're all getting sold. So definitely an area that my dad got me hooked on stocks, and he grew up during the Depression. So I've never been a bank stock guy, and maybe this is why, I don't know. I just bank stocks never have done well for me. And anyway, the Fed broke this thing. They they raised too fast, and some cowboys with their at Silicon Valley Bank, and a couple other banks now broken. They've broken the model here, and it's like parent, Jerome Powell, like parent, a couple of their kids pooped their diapers, and now the government's got to come in and then change your diapers here and fix them up. They got to clean up this mess, and it's going to take a while. And that's why I'm kind of on the sideline, just watching this charade unfold. Anyway, there was some news today, bit better news that Pfizer bought Seagen for $43 billion. Nice biotech. Some of the biotech stocks were really strong today, which was good to see. Let me see, PVRB, right? PRVB, how about that? This one was bought out too, so 260% move, not bad. So that good for the biotech stocks, and some of them. Novo Nordisk, I was watching the Academy Awards last night. It looked like the Olympics. Everybody now is all thin and in good shape. And I kind of like some of my husky characters, but oh well. Looks like NVO is pretty popular in Hollywood these days. Anyway, this thing is it's set up in a base here. Probably not going to move anywhere with the market, being so weak. But this has made a big move, and now it's consolidated. NVO looks good to me. That's one that I'm definitely watching. Anyway, I wanted to get some relative strength stocks. I'm just going to go through these quickly. You can see on the charts that this thing's holding up. Came down to the 21, got support. This is XM Qualtrics. And another one that's holding above moving averages. Cadence came down to the 21 and bounced. That's a nice looking chart here based on base pattern. That was on our watch list here recently. Lattice, another one down to the 21, finding support, showing relative strength. Arista Networks came down to the 10 and got support. At a buy point, that was also on our watch list. And a couple ones that are going to be on our watch list soon, like tomorrow. Spotify, this thing is, this group, the Computer Software Education Group, is the #1 performing group in 2023. And you can see it's formed this stage 1 base here and starting to form a little handle here on the weekly. On the daily, it looks a little different, but I kind of like that one. A couple people on Twitter asked me about these two stocks. Duolingo, this group is really strong. And if you look at the weekly, you can see, again, this stage 1 base here tried to break out, but market weakness dragged it back down, and it's still hovering in near, actionable area if you want to get frisky in this market. One of the stocks that's benefiting from the Silicon Valley debacle is Insulet, PODD. They will be entering the S&P 500 index before the market opens on Wednesday, as Silicon Valley is out and PODD is in. I just wanted to, fair warning here is that when you get in weak markets like we're in now, you get these air pockets where stocks just drop 10, 15% overnight. There's like nothing you could do about it. You're holding them. And then this one goes from 83 to, 70, in 2 sessions, it's like, 15%, how do you do? I mean, that's pretty tough to take. And this is not a time to be, for me, to be building portfolios. I'm just strictly day trading. I'm not holding anything overnight. I do not trust this market. You have no edge in this tape. If you are, we're humans, we understand we're humans and we have emotions and we want to trade in emotions. Just recognize you're doing that. Your favorite stock's going up, you're buying it. Don't try to hold it because this thing happens. STLD, really strong stock? Nope. This thing went from 136 to 119, in a couple sessions. So that's a lot of pain in a short period of time. Tidewater, this one was doing fantastic. One of the leading stocks here. It goes up to 52. A couple sessions later, today it fell down to 42. I mean, that's brutal action. And this is what I just call air pockets. You get these air pockets. United Rentals, another really strong stock. This thing looks like a bank stock, 480 to 408, in a couple sessions. So these air pockets, we see them in weak markets. And, slicing the 50 in heavy volume, that's no fun. TGTX, this is one that I day traded today. I'll show you a little bit about what I was thinking and what I was doing here. This one went from 17, one day to 1343 the next day. And on a 5-minute chart, I'll just show you what I was looking at. Like it came down last Friday on some stupid report, just silliness, shenanigans. So I was watching it this morning. First couple of bars, it was up 1424, 1423. So I figured, hey, 1425 buy point, put a limit order in and it hit it and it went up, boom, right away up like 1486. So I put my stop in there at the low of this bar. 1417 and just got rid of it right away. I didn't hold it much, more than 20 minutes probably because I don't trust the market. And you can see these air pockets, boom, that is that's a big move, in a short period of time. That's just a couple of bars. It's like 15 minutes. And so you're losing 15, 20, 30% in a short period of time. So this market is for the birds, not all birds, just for the birds. Don't trust it. Just let it settle. You be patient. Show some discipline. Show some patience. You're not going to make generational wealth in a tape like this anyway. We never give up. Oh, fuck you. No, in the meeting.